welcome back to Gaming with Fun. As always, thanks to all the subscribers, everybody that's left likes on videos, everyone that's viewed the videos, left comments. Really appreciate all you guys. Apologies that it's been a little while since my last videos. I've had a lot going on in the personal life that I've been dealing with, but things are calmed down now, so here we are, back again for another video. Before we get into what this video today is going to be about, I just want to give a quick shout out to friends over at Nico's or Nico Strata, fellow Alliance Guild, really great group of people and players over there. Always jump in and help out with things that we need to get done, helping people get their Tom weapons and things like that. So just wanted to let those guys over there know how much we appreciate them. And moving on, we'll go ahead and get right into what the video today is about. This was a requested video from a little while back. I'm finally getting around to doing it, so I hope it's still helpful to the person that requested it, or persons that requested it. But this is going to be what we're calling an almost in-game build video. So the people that were asking for this video were asking me to make a build video with gear and everything for those that had not yet been able to complete Tom to get their Tom weapons, or been able to complete Tick to get all the Tick gear and things like that. And quite a lot of content has come out since Tick and Tom, and there's a lot of pretty easily obtainable items that'll really boost you up even if you don't have that specific gear. So we're just gonna make a little video about that today, just to try and help all those folks out that haven't been able to obtain those things yet. So we're just gonna get right into it and pull open our character sheet here. And the first thing that I want to talk about is the companions. So regardless of your gear, enchantments, all that kind of stuff, this is one of the most important tabs on your character. So if you have the right companions and everything, especially for the tank, which your primary responsibility, so to speak, is to stay alive and protect the rest of the party, you need to have the correct companions in order to do so. So all of my companions are the 16k, and of course the Energon with the 32k max HP, boosting our HP as high as we possibly can. So we got the Harper's Bard, we have the Moonshare Druid, the Energon, Iron Golem, and the Zentarum Warlock, all for the 16k HP. Of course, having your rank 15 bondings excuse me, is a huge part of this as well. And then your companion gear and your rune stones that you have in your companion gear is going to vary just based on stats that you need to balance once you have all the gear and everything that you're looking for. So not too much of a big emphasis on the companion gear, so to speak, because that's just going to be more of a balancing act with your stats once you get to a somewhat stable position with your gear and everything. Same thing with boons. So there's not any real one area that I feel like you should focus on more than another when it comes to boons, outside of, as a tank, you're going to take all this HP. We're not going to go into the powers and everything because that's not really what this video is about. So we're just going to talk about the gear that you can get alternatively to some of these other gear items. So let's just get right into it. Firstly, for the head, or the helmet. If you do not have the Lion Guard's Raid Sallet, or have not been able to complete that content in order to get it, the Fancy Duelist Mask is a completely acceptable alternative to that, and I actually used the Fancy Duelist Mask for quite a long time until I got my Lion Guards. And Fancy Duelist Mask, and again, of course, we're going to take the max HP armor kit on our helmet. For your chest, there are several options with the chest. The Forsaken Sentinel breastplate comes from maps in Avernus, as well as the Forsaken Soldier's chainmail, basically identical pieces of gear. But it's almost identical to the Lion Guards in the amount of stats and everything that it gives you, and the skill that it gives you is the exact same. It just works on deflect versus critical strike. So this would be a very good chest piece alternatively to the Lion Guards, and very easy to get just from digging up maps in Avernus. And of course, again, take the max HP armor kit. Spike Defenders. This is one of the items that comes from the Juma bags, and I have used the Spike Defenders ever since I got them. Still haven't replaced them. I think this is a great piece of gear. The equip power, in my opinion, is pretty much unmatched by any of the other equip powers that you can get by other pieces of bracers or whatever you want to call them. And in just about any content out there, I can keep this 5,000 power up almost indefinitely. So yeah, there's nothing out there right now that I would replace my Spike Defenders with. Super easy to get from Juma bags, and that's pretty much it. Don't even really need to look at anything else with the arms, because there's nothing else that I personally would ever change my arms out to currently. With your main and offhand, the Legion Guards set that comes from digging up maps is very close to the Lionheart in regards of base damage and everything. Of course, the equip power holds no candle to the Lion Guard or Lionheart, but it is what it is with that. If you don't have the Lionheart and you're looking for something to boost your power and stuff up a little bit until you get it, this is a great set to fill that slot for you until you are able to get your Tom weapons. Same with the Blessed Blade set. It's very easy to get with Favor. Just buy them from the Favor vendor, and then you refine them and upgrade them and everything with things that you get from the hunts that have newly been released in the Avernus area. It's also a very good set, and it actually has more base damage and everything than the Lionheart fully maxed out. But again, the equip power is not quite on par with what the Lionheart is, but very, very good alternative if you haven't been able to get the Lionheart yet. For the boots, the Greave of the Fallen Angels is actually what I'm using right now, and that is also something very easily obtained from the hunts in Avernus. The equip power is very good. You're basically always going to have that 5,000 power, because you're always going to be 25 feet or closer to your target as the tank. So there's not a whole lot out there right now that I see that I would prefer to these, even though there are some out there that have a little bit better or a little bit higher stats, stuff like that on them. But these are still very, very good boots. If you didn't have those yet, there are other alternatives like the Fiend Forge Greaves that are easy to get from the seal vendor and upgrade with stuff from the hunts and whatnot. And there's always the Ardman's dueling boots, which I also used for a good amount of time before I got a decent upgrade on those. But that's pretty much it. And, you know, of course, you're going to take all of your HP armor kits on all of your gear on the left side. Nothing really is going to change for most tanks when it comes to the stuff on the right side. Reflective collar and mirror plated belt still probably best in slot. Tanner's leather ring, if you can work that into your build, it's a really great ring. The Manticore's Bane does a huge chunk of damage, which adds to our threat. Of course, the defending ring of the Sentinel. There are a couple other similar or even upgraded versions of the defending ring. Yeah, the ring of the Condemned +5 from the demon and devil bosses that spawn in Avernus, which this one generates threat when you've been moving, and it has slightly more defense, which I don't really need. So, and I don't like the threat when you're moving, just personal preference or whatever. But yeah. And Infernal Forged Assault Shirt, Infernal Forged Ward Trousers, pretty much all just regular standard stuff. I'm taking all combat advantage armor kits on all of my stuff on the right. As far as artifacts go, if you don't have the journals, it's not really that big of a deal. There's a lot of other artifacts out there that'll, you know, get you pretty close in line with the amount of HP and everything that you can get from having the journals with some of the new artifacts that are out there and even the older artifacts. So you could take something like the Halaster's Blast Scepter, Staff of Flowers, the Erratic Drift Globe, and then a couple of the new artifacts, the Golden Memories and the Sword of Zariel, which all give large amounts of HP and power and crit strike, I believe. Be a perfectly good substitute for having the journals, and you'd still be able to maintain a pretty high amount of HP and everything. So that's pretty much it for the gear when it comes to that. If you haven't been able to complete those Tom runs to get your Lionheart weapons, you know, the Blessed Blade set and the Broken Promise set are both very viable options for that. And there's quite a few good options out there for helmet and chest and bracers and boots, other than the ones that come from, you know, Tick and stuff like that. So, and all this stuff's pretty obtainable, pretty easily obtainable, in fact, just from digging up maps in Avernus, doing the hunts in Avernus, even the Juma bags for the Spike Defenders, all pretty easy stuff to get, and all stuff that if you're using that stuff alternatively to the Lion Guards or the Lionheart, you're not that far off from, you know, those sets, and you should still be able to have no problems completing the content in order to pursue those sets. So no issues there, really. Not really a whole lot more to talk about in this video. Just offering up those alternatives to some of those gear, and just talking a little bit about the companions and boons. And I mean, that's really about it. So I hope that helped out those people that were requesting this video, and I hope everybody enjoyed the video and enjoyed the content. Happy to be back today to bring another video to you guys after being absent for several weeks now. So, as always, feel free to subscribe to the channel. More subscribers are always welcome. Always feel free to leave likes, comments on videos, and I will answer those comments as soon as I possibly can. And that's going to do it for today. Hope y'all have a great day, and we'll catch you in the next video.